Well, I mean, I do agree that people do hide behind language. Like,
Absolutely.
Instead of calling me a nigga, you will call me, you're black or whatever. Like,
Oh, that
you,
black girl.
yeah,
Yeah.
like that one. You know the one
You
or
know
whatever.
her.
Exactly.
You know.
Like I'm the only one
You
or
know,
whatever. Right. You know what I mean?
girl.
So
Oh.
exactly. Like
Sister over there.
Yeah,
yeah.
sister
So
girl.
you'll say something like that or whatever. But at the same time, something has to change. The language has to change in order for people to feel accepted. You know what I mean? Because like I don't want anybody to refer to me as a nigga.
No.
I don't want
Period.
period. Like I
Right.
don't want that. So don't call me that because I am sensitive to you calling me that.
Right.
For
You know,
sure.
so
Absolutely.
it's like, okay, so don't call. So the language has to change, even if you don't necessarily mean it or whatever. You still don't call me that.
So we owe that respect to
Right.
the next person, just like with
So-
say people who like to say tranny, like that's so
That
not
is-
Right.
easy.
So like
Yeah.
I don't necessarily. So I see that as being as I don't want to say like kind of like a gateway to being sensitive or pushing the envelope from being that.
I think it's just basic respect for the next person. It's not necessarily about
Just certain terms are deemed, I think, derogatory,
Right.
period. Like, no matter what way you try to spin it. And so just don't use derogatory terms. Even though you're going to use this other term over here that means, as far as we know, it means the same shit.
well,
and
even
you're
though
still
you're
saying
gonna
that.
be probably
However,
at home doing it too.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but
Yeah,
but when we talk
yeah.
about being sensitive, though, like, I mean, I know that name, how you refer to somebody or whatever like that, but I think that a lot of this stuff comes from, how we accept other people, because people, at the end of the day, everybody wants to be accepted for who they are or whatever, right? Like with the whole genuine transgender thing, right? He did not want to kiss that lady, and all of a sudden he is transphobic because she's supposed to be a woman, but she wasn't born a woman, and
That's
because
incorrect.
she is now a woman,
Right.
everybody should accept her as such.
But isn't he
Right.
married?
I don't know if he's still married to her.
They divorced. Him and Soleil.
Oh.
I thought they divorced.
Yeah, I
could be wrong.
don't know.
Okay, even
But he may
still-
be in a relationship or something. We don't know what his relationship status is. But I mean, besides all of that, she identifies as a woman now, right? And I'm assuming that she's had surgery or
Okay.
whatever, right? I have no idea, but we just gonna assume that she is, right?
Okay.
So everybody now is supposed to accept her as such, even though, some people may say, well, you weren't born a woman, you may have made this change. You know what I mean? So transgender people are now sensitive to that, and they want you to accept them as the gender that they are now being, that they now identify as, right? So they are sensitive to that. So it's like, okay,
Yeah.
because I'm not accepting of this lifestyle that you're choosing, or whatever, am I now like a hater to you? You know what I mean? Am I now transphobic? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, it kind of goes back to what you were saying about how we want to be referred to. Like, let's say somebody refuses to use the word black. They are like, nope, I'm not changing it. Like, are they assholes too?
well, okay, so this is my thing, is that I don't think that you can force acceptance on anybody. You can have your opinion, and you can live, that can be your truth. You can walk in it all day long, and you can say, you know what, I don't want to fuck with you because this is how you are. You're a transgender person. I don't want to fuck with transgender people. I don't want people to associate me, to think of me
dealing with, yeah.
with them, and then think that I am okay with dating this and I'm okay with your situation. That may be a little bit extreme, and that may be transphobic or whatever. It may be is what it is. But on the other hand, to say, for this person to say automatically, you need to accept me, I'm sensitive to that. Like, I feel like there's something wrong with that.
They're trying
Because
to force themselves.
exactly, because they're trying to force themselves on you. Like, no, you
Yeah,
don't have
now
to do that.
physically, absolutely, and I agree with that. Like, you can't make them. You can't make me. If I don't want to kiss Michelle in the mouth, I'm not gonna. Like, you can't make somebody do something. But at the end of the day, I mean, if a person identifies themselves as a fucking Ewok, okay, cool. Be the best Ewok you can be. cool. I don't fuck with
May
Ewoks.
the fucking force be with you.
I
and
don't
all
like
that.
them. You know, you make too much noise. But I don't fuck with y'all. But you can still be that. So I mean, yeah, identifying with being a transgender person and everything, it's not for everybody. I can agree with that 100%. But it's not being, to me, from what I know, it's not being, what is it, transphobic. If you just, choose not to deal with them, that's just what you. But that's not your
on
preference.
a sexual level, on a
that's
romantic level. Like I don't have any problem being cool friends,
or even if you don't want to be friends with them, like it's not, it's not an issue. It may be against somebody's one of their weird ass religions, or people are the way they are sometimes. Not assholes, but sometimes people are a certain way because of their their religious beliefs.
And then you have like, oh, I have the one black friend.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I have one
So
friend.
I'm
She's
not,
trans.
No, wait a minute. I'm not racist. I have a black friend.
But you know what I was gonna say, and this is like kind of goes back to the beginning when we were talking about stuff being more readily available on social media. Like, do y'all really think that no president before Donald Trump was racist? Like, I know we can't possibly believe
no,
that.
they were all racist. I feel
George
like.
Washington had slaves.
But
Right.
I'm not talking about like that
No.
far back. I'm
But
talking
you
about
mean-
like
no.
Truman and
No.
Johnson. That's what I'm
I
talking
feel
about.
all of them were. They just weren't outwardly in the public racist.
Well,
I think
and the thing is that
Trump-
let's say there's a press conference and it's taking place, and one of them says something like that. There's nobody to go "Brrr," and tweet it out. You know what I mean? Like, so that's kind of
But I also feel like that's a special case because I feel like the presidents that came before this one at least had the decency to keep that shit at
Right.
home. You know what I mean?
But
Like,
should we respect him more for being in his truth and being whoever he is?
I feel like we don't
No.
know who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I mean, because he flip flops around. He's like, oh no, I'm not racist. But then you say racist shit. But then you're like,
Right.
oh, there's some good Nazis at that.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you
I think
talking
he's
about?
more of an elitist, really.
No, I agree with that. But I also feel like you can't choose to be the president and represent a country
And
that
only
is
represent
so
a percentage
diverse.
of people.
You want some more? That you don't represent everybody that's in that country, because this fucking country was stolen, whatever, by
No, he's very
immigrants.
niche. Like, he's
So-
very concentrated to his people. Like, I mean, I think that's like a completely different situation. Even though like a lot of people are extremely sensitive to him because I mean he is so divisive.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just read comments on Twitter, like
Oh
if
my
somebody
God.
if somebody makes a comment, like I mean, people are just like going at it like it's wartime. Like I mean, it's just like, is this what you're
Thumb
choosing to do with your day?
thugging.
Like
All day
I mean,
thumb
like
thugging.
it's,
Right.
I mean, it's so aggressive, and it's just like, really, like I don't know.
But that's part of the reason why we're so divided, though, is the social media. Like, your neighbor could have been thinking the same thing as the opposite tweeter is thinking.
Right.
But
And
you
now
didn't
that we have
know.
somebody that's a president that's outwardly saying all these things and all these
And
people
tweeting.
all these things that people have been wanting to say so bad. Now they're just like, oh, N-word.
Right.
They're just going
Yeah.
crazy because they've been dying to say it or dying to live it or
Right.
dying to, let people know that I just don't like color.
Like
or
that bitch
what the fuck ever.
just last week,
Oh my
the
God.
sorority bitch, Harley, whatever her name is.
Ha ha, bitch.
First of all, Syrians are not black. Damn dummy.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But let's talk about that H&M sweatshirt episode. Do y'all think people were being hypersensitive to the sweatshirt?
You know my answer.
I definitely, well, I know, Lil Malcolm, I know how you feel.
At times, but this time I'm just
I
don't even think it was meant to be.
I don't either. And sometimes
not
they
that
don't even wear
serious.
those clothes. They just print it on them. You know what I mean?
They
And
will
then-
have on a standard sweatshirt
Right.
and just repaste the new colors and the new designs onto that. Yeah.
Well, the white kid was wearing Survivor or something.
Adventure or something. Yeah.
So if the black child had been wearing the Survivor sweatshirt, what would it have been? You got away from the slave
Got
traders.
away from slavery.
and-
No, I think that the Survivor shirt would have been okay, but I mean,
I don't.
I think it would have, but I think that these kind of things are just happening way too many times. Like, how many times are we gonna be like, oh well, they just don't know or whatever. However, on the other end, like I had no idea about teapot being a racial slur in England. Like, I had no idea
Oh,
about
really?
that. Yeah, like, I had no idea.
To whom?
To black people there.
My nigga, for what?
I don't know. I mean, I seen it online. I was like, I did not know.
What is it supposed to
Because a tea kettle was black as fuck.
Yeah, like, I
Like
mean,
a cast iron tea?
yeah,
Yeah.
like, I mean, like, it's just making fun of black people.
Okay.
whatever.
Y'all just drink a
But-
lot of tea, though.
But like, I mean, I had no idea that was a thing. So I mean, you could argue that H&M not being, I don't think that they are a U.S.
That was
They're
in
not.
South Africa, I think.
Yeah. So I mean,
Where apartheid was real as fuck and racism is still rampant.
so I mean, it
Right.
could have been that they simply did not know. However, on the other hand, it's your marketing team, like
Their
it needs-
responsibility.
Right. I mean,
yeah,
they
like
lost the
they need
money.
to have expertise in this. Like, you need to know who you're actually marketing to, and
Right.
if these people will be offended by something. Yeah,
I mean, I think it just boils down to not having a diverse staff.
it does.
Come on, dude.
Diversity is needed. Like, this is actually a very clear case of why diversity is needed.
Is necessary.
Right, because when you're trying to sell to a mass group of people of different races, like, you need to know, like, oh, wait a minute, make sure I'm not being offensive to them by selling this type of shirt to them or whatever, or having this boy model this shirt. Like, is that offensive? Like, no.
But, a lot of times when stuff doesn't affect you, you're just
Yeah,
really like,
you
it's
took
not
the
that
words,
big a deal.
You're blind to it.
Yeah.
Not even that it's not that big of a deal. It's like, oh, okay, you got him in the green sweatshirt. All right, let's go ahead and get these photos.
Right,
Let's go.
not a second thought.
You're not even consciously aware that would even be an issue because it doesn't affect you at
Right.
all, and you don't fucking know. You
I mean,
just
like,
don't know.
people were like, well, I never bought monkey baby clothes for my baby. And I was like, what? I had all the monkey shit.
I was about to say, because, Hunter, those sheets, some crib sheets he got.
But I guess maybe it's because I never really thought about my child being racially, called a monkey for
monkey.
wearing a monkey. I'm like, because I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not owning that. Like,
Is
I
it
always
clean?
say.
Does it smell? Okay, put it on them. I don't care.
But I will talk about this. Something else that happened this last week. I don't know if y'all know this makeup brand, Tarte Cosmetics. There's a concealer that, like, everybody loves. Okay? It's, like, across the board, like, white, black,
Green,
Hispanic,
purple,
whatever.
everybody. Okay.
So they come out with a new foundation. And
I like their eyeshadows. Don't hurt me. Go ahead.
Sharonda, there are 15 new shades, okay? 12 of them are the same fucking white ass color. And then there's 3 of them that are like, for us, one's your shade. One is probably Tamina's shade, but a little more red. And then one is like the video camera. So, but like, there's so many jumps. Like, who can find their shade match?
Oh my God.
So it's like, yeah, we are sensitive to that. But my sensitivity to that is these people spend their money with you regularly.
Constantly.
Like, didn't you think
know how
maybe
many
they would
black-
want to?
Fucking makeup artists there are. I have an answer to all of that though. Rihanna.
Yeah,
That's why that
that's
bitch
the
is
thing.
winning. That's why
And-
she's winning.
And everybody keeps saying, well, Fenty changed the game, and they did because NARS just came out with a really, really, really huge collection. I mean, they have like 30 shades. Even Kylie Jenner by NAS came out with a bunch of different shades for her new concealer. So it was just like, why would y'all fucking do this?
Yep.
Why did you do this? And it's like, it just lets us know that even though we have made, so much progress, we're still an afterthought to people we spend our money with.
Absolutely.
And while I can't see the outrage at the H&M sweater, I see this as an issue because, I mean, if it's in South Africa, shit, it don't affect me. And that's just it. Like you said, if it doesn't affect you, you don't
Wait a
see
minute.
it
I
as a
thought they
big deal.
just tore up the stores in South Africa and the ad was actually online. Was it only
It
available
wasn't, it wasn't here, though. It wasn't on our website.
Oh, it's only available to like
I think it was in either England.
the UK customers.
Yeah,
That's what
so
I
it
thought.
was like,
okay.
you know,
Okay.
Because the mom came on and was like, it's not that big of
I
a
don't
deal.
give a damn. Yeah.
Or she had
the-
posted, but then I saw a video of her also saying that she was called a monkey or some wild shit. But people were like, bitch, don't nobody feel bad for you after you just said that you didn't care and whatever.
Oh my God.
So, I mean, I think it's like Danielle said. I think maybe we are being more progressive, but I think some of
In
this
certain
stuff,
things, absolutely. But also, I just don't want to be. It's like the thing when you have a baby and they tell you, and people are like just super, super, super clean. Like they clean their house like crazy. Like, I'm going to need you to leave some of the dirt there. Let the child build up immunity to the shit. Like, you're going overboard. At what point are we going to, like, I don't want to go so extreme there where society has become like this huge germaphobe and, oh my God, I have to make sure I plan out every single word that I say, blah, blah, blah. Because a lot of shit I feel like is not meant in a way to be offensive. Now, I have been offended before plenty of times. Don't get what I'm saying wrong. But, I mean, at some point, we have to be able to teach our kids that life is just, I mean, first, it's not fucking fair. You know what I mean? And shit is not gonna, just because you fucking thumb thug online all goddamn day is not gonna change shit. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And everybody's not gonna like you.
You're gonna just keep talking about it. Okay, what are you actually going out there and doing about it? What are you doing about the shit? At the end of the day, like, I don't know. I'm the kind of person, I don't even raise my kids like that. I'm hard on them. I teach them hard lessons about stuff. I talk to them regularly about, you know, shit that goes on, real shit that happens, because one day I'm gonna die. And then you're gonna be left out here. You gotta know how to, like, fend for you. Like, you're gonna have to be able to take care of yourself and be strong enough to get through certain bullshit. Because it's not, you know, shit doesn't change overnight. So, I mean, I don't know. But I was raised by old people, so that's why I think I'm not really sensitive. I'll be like, oh, okay, your mama's an N-word too. Okay.